Hey, what's going on out there? I would like to welcome every single one of you to Water Your Soil. So before I get into this video, I would like to say, if you're new around here, I have two rules over at this channel. The first rule is for you to always use your own discretion when it comes to credit cards and credit scores. The second rule, that's for you to verify everything that you learn, whether it's here on this channel, another channel, or anywhere. That should be a rule to life. So getting into the video, this is going to be about some credit score news, and it's news related to something that's impacting so many Americans right now. And unfortunately, the news just continues to not work in people's favor. Now, before I get into that, I would like to say something. I believe everyone has faced some form of a battle in life, whether it's physical, meaning your health, or your mental, whether it's financial, whether it's a decision you have to make. No matter what, I believe everyone has faced something that they have to overcome. Just to let some of you in on me personally, I grew up on the east side of Buffalo, New York. My environment was crime-ridden. There was a lot of drugs. There was a lot of poverty. I've seen a lot. I've gone through a lot. I lost a lot of childhood friends to violence. And I lost so many childhood friends, I could count how many I lost on more than two hands. So I've seen a lot. And going through those things and experiencing poverty, it helps me understand when people are going through things and to have some empathy towards people going through things, because like I stated, no matter if you're wealthy or poor, everyone is going through something, whether it's health related, whether it's mental, whether it's financial, and as I stated earlier, whether it's a decision. And that's why I really don't trip on YouTube when people go around and they say, oh, I don't like that Water Your Soil guy. I don't like his content. All of that is cool. You don't have to like my content. You don't have to like me. I'm not begging anyone on here to like my content or like me. But what I won't do is take away from consistently reaching back towards the people who may be at a place that I had to overcome. That's why I make videos on credit scores, how to increase your credit scores, and teaching people about how credit scoring works. That's why I make videos about credit card utilization and how to use credit cards correctly. Sometimes people say, oh, that's not advanced enough, or that's not savvy enough. Well, that's cool. But I'm here to teach people who are at a place that I once was. But I just wanted to touch on that real quick, but we're going to get into this credit score news. So the way how credit score news works around here is I'll read through the article, the full article or excerpts, and then I'll talk about it. But one thing I always do is I leave the link to the article in the description box. That way all of you can give it a read. Now this specific article is a 6-minute read. I'm not going to read through the full article. I'm going to read through what I consider to be the important pieces. But as I stated, the link to the article so you all can read that 6-minute read yourself will be in the description box. I'm not going to waste any more time. Let's get right into it, all right? So this article was posted on ABC News, and it was posted May 2nd, 2025. And it says, collections on defaulted student loans may affect millions of people's credit scores. Defaulted student loans will be sent for collection starting on May 5th. Now, based on the title, this is something that everyone is more than likely familiar with. I know everyone has been hearing about that May 5th day that's approaching. They've been talking about garnishment, where people can possibly get garnished from delinquent student loans. And that's a big issue in this country. And that's why I wanted to start off the video talking about people going through something. But I'm going to get further into the article, all right? It says, President Donald Trump administration is set to begin collecting defaulted student loan payments next week, which could harm the credit scores of millions of borrowers. Roughly 5 million borrowers will have their university and college loans sent for collections beginning May 5th, the Department of Education said last month. When that happens, borrowers' credit scores could be impacted, since ratings agencies are often alerted when collections ensue, experts told ABC News. Here's what to know about the collections and what it means for borrowers' credit scores. It says, why are the credit scores of some student loan borrowers at risk? Student loan borrowers are considered delinquent if they fail to make a loan payment for 90 days. When late payment stretches on for a total of 270 days, then the borrower falls into default. When a federal student loan enters default, the government can send it for collections, garnishing wages, or even taking money from Social Security payments or tax refunds. The risks to borrowers' credit scores date back to policy decisions when former President Joe Biden's administration resumed federal student loan payments after a period of relief that had been enacted during the COVID-19 pandemic. When the Biden administration lifted the pause in the fall of 2023, the White House set in motion a 12-month moratorium. The administration did not count late payments towards delinquency. That moratorium ended in October, meaning borrowers could be considered delinquent if they didn't make payments for more than 90 days, returning to the way the process worked pre-pandemic. More than 9 million student loan borrowers will face quote-unquote significant drops in their credit score when delinquencies resume over the first half of 2025, the New York Federal Reserve found in March. It says quote-unquote, these credit score effects show up with delinquencies. That's when the credit score takes the hit. Judith Scott Clayton, a professor of economics and education at Teachers College, Columbia University, told ABC News. Now I'm going to stop right there before I continue on reading because I would like to say something. This is an issue, and this is going to be an ongoing issue. And it's not going anywhere. I don't see the student loan thing going anywhere. And so many people have already been impacted. I know some people who they were in the 600s and they dropped down to the 500s. And I even know someone who was in the 600s and they dropped to the upper 400s. And they had an interesting situation concerning their loan payments, which is unfortunate. But there has been a lot of this happening these past couple of weeks when it comes to student loans. Now, I could always refer back to when I was doing videos during the pandemic and I was telling people like, hey, make sure you are consistently paying on your student loans if you can, even if you're just throwing $100 at them a month, because you'll be paying down on your principal. It's no interest right now. And those of you who did listen to me, I'm sure you are seeing at least some minimum, if not minimum, maybe even some of you paid yours off, but I'm sure you're seeing at least minimum benefits to making your payments during that time period. But that's spilt milk right now. So the only thing we can do is come up with plans for you all to progress and handle it. I know they have different plans for you all where you could select different income payments and different plans. But honestly, a lot of people are going to have to simultaneously learn how to protect their credit score while paying down heavy student loan balances. There are people with balances $50,000, $70,000, $80,000, and there are a lot of people with balances over $100,000. And I know those people probably feel like, how am I ever going to pay this off? And unfortunately, we just have to come up with a solution for you all to protect your credit score and also make your payments as well. So we're going to get further into the article. Now I'm going to skip some parts, which is why I recommended you all read the article in full for yourself, but I'm going to skip to an important part. So let's get into it. It says, how much do late college loan payments hurt a borrower's credit score? Late payments on a college loan can significantly hurt a borrower's credit score, studies show. The New York Federal Reserve found student loan delinquency causes a borrower with a credit score of 760 points or higher to lose 171 points on average, according to a study of loan data between 2016 and 2019. Subprime borrowers with a credit score at or below 620 lose on average 87 points in the event of a student loan delinquency, the study said. It says, quote unquote, the consequences are worse for those starting out with good credit scores, Scott Clayton said. It says VantageScore, a credit scoring system, said in February that late college loan payments can result in a credit score loss of up to 129 points. Student loan borrowers who make payments on time could see credit score increases of up to 8 points, VantageScore said. So I'm going to start right there. They said if you make your payments on time, you could see an increase of up to 8 points. Now, that's with VantageScore. And I always talk about the difference between VantageScore and FICO score on here. FICO score is what's used 90% of the time by lenders. So I always like to focus on FICO, even though your FICO score and your VantageScore could vary. Usually, if you have a good FICO score, it'll be more favorable with lenders. I say usually because nothing is guaranteed in this world of credit and credit scores. So make sure that you do have your credit report in hand. You know what accounts are on your credit report and you are making consistent payments all across the board, no matter what account it is that you see on there, make sure that you are making on-time payments. If you have to set up auto pay, set up auto pay, but make sure they are on time. And if you're going to be paying on your loan for a while, one thing you want to make sure that you do is whenever you get the opportunity where you do have some extra money around, make sure you are using it to chop down on that student loan balance. I don't think there will be a student loan bailout anytime soon. So you want to make sure that you are chopping down on that balance because, as I stated, 35% of your credit score goes towards debt and your accounts and how well you're paying down on those accounts that you have, especially the accounts that you have with outstanding balances. If you do have consumer debt, like your credit cards, if you have high credit card debt, make sure you're chopping down on those balances, especially when it comes to credit cards, because credit card utilization is so important, especially when it comes to your credit score. Now, if you want to know more about credit card utilization, I have videos on the homepage of this channel, and those videos are in playlists. And the playlists are called Credit Score Help for Beginner and Credit Card Help for Beginners. And you will see those on the homepage of this Water Your Soil channel. You just simply click on my photo and it will take you to the homepage, and you scroll down and you will see those two playlists, Credit Score Help for Beginners and Credit Card Help for Beginners. Those playlists are filled with videos to help you out when it comes to understanding credit cards and how credit cards work with your credit score and credit scores and how credit scoring works. But I just wanted to make this video and share this news with you all. As I stated, the link to this full article is in the description box. One thing I want you to do before you go and click on the link and check out the full article is I want you to take part in my poll. I have a poll currently active on my channel. The way you take part in the poll is you click on my profile picture, you go to the home page of this channel, and you go at the top where it says post. You're going to see a section that says post. You're going to click on that, and you'll see my latest poll as well as the polls that I did prior. Be sure to participate in my latest poll as well as the other polls. But anyways, if you're new around here and you feeling the vibe, this is Water Your Soil. Be sure to hit the subscribe button, turn on all notifications, that way you don't miss a future video because I post often. That's clicking on the bell that you see once you subscribe and select all. Also, this goes to every single one of you, my subscribers included. Be sure to hit the like button. It literally takes 1 second. Hit the like button. That's your way of letting the algorithm know you support this video and this channel. I appreciate every single one of you for taking out the time to support this channel and this video. This is Water Your Soil, and I'm out. Hey, what's going on? This is Nell from Water Your Soil. So as someone who went from a 549 credit score all the way up to the 800s, I decided to share the same information that helped me go from poor credit to excellent credit. This book is titled Strategies to Master Credit. I put everything in this book, everything that helped me go from poor credit to excellent credit. All of the information is in this book. So I want you all to purchase this book. A lot of you have already purchased it, but it's available currently right now on Amazon.com and also MasterCreditBook.com. It's titled Strategies to Master Credit. You want this book. It has all the information needed in order for you to go from poor credit to excellent credit, or just simply maintain your good or excellent credit score. So get the book ASAP. And if you want something more in depth, you could take the course over at www.wateryoursoil.com. It's more in depth. There are actually chapters in this course, and it walks you through basically how FICO credit scores come about and how they're determined. And really, once you learn how FICO scores come about and the concept of credit scores, then you're pretty much on your way to either going from poor credit to good credit, or just maintaining a good or excellent credit score. So if you want something more in depth, I have the course over at www.wateryoursoil.com. All right.